in India, it does not matter. Anybody can tell us anything. We just take it in stride. It has no meaning. But in America, it was so difficult to even speak to believers. We had to be very careful of the choice of our words. So that was one experience. Another experience was we were evangelizing as a church in the park. They had a camp of 5 days, so I was volunteering over there. And there was a child who had removed his shirt, thrown his shirt somewhere, and he was on the slide somewhere else. He must have been about 3 4 years old, and he fell down, and his elbow was and his knee was bleeding. So just that mother's instinct, and just like how we would be here in India, I ran up to the child to pick him up and dust off the dirt from his knee and his elbow. And then I always carry first aid in my bag when we have this camp and all that. I anyway had it in my bag. So I went to remove the bandage and cotton and all. So just wipe him, clean him up a little, and let the bleeding stop. And immediately again, the foreigners, the Americans who I was with, they stopped me, and they said, first and foremost, you can't touch anybody's child over here. And I was so shocked. I was like, this child is bleeding. He would have been in a worse state if I had not caught him. So how can you say not to touch the child? And she also was careful about touching the child, and she said, no, you can be put behind bars if you touch any child over here. And then the mother was right across the road. She was on the phone, she was in her car, and we were searching everywhere, who does this child belong to. And we got her only after like about 15 20 minutes. And as soon as she came, it was so true that she just started shouting at us and yelling at us and threatening us, and I don't know what all she was saying. And she didn't even hug the child, or was not even bothered about the child, the bruise, the bleeding, and she was just assaulting us. So I was so shocked. So yes, America, it was very difficult, very hard. Like for me, I can share so many testimonies here in India, but when I tried to do the same, be myself in America, I was not able to do that. So yes, David.
Yeah. Well, that's why we have to learn to navigate through the culture and the society over here. If you act like Hollywood, you're well accepted. But when you say you're a Christian, you're going to get pushback and all kinds of craziness, right? Especially in the liberal towns and cities where they are so highly educated that they don't need God. But like Sister Karen was saying, in the rural areas, if you go in the Ozarks and those kind of places, the Bible Belt, they are more welcoming and they're mostly Christian there. So yeah, it's a different experience because you know, yeah, rural areas. Yeah, we lived in the Ozarks for a while, so it's a very different atmosphere. But in the big cities, big towns, it's a little bit of a challenge.